Hello everybody, it's your boy the Chaotic One. Today we are going to be doing an April edition of Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. I almost said Donald Trump. That would be weird. Someone photoshopped that in the comments below. Donald Trump with Joe Biden's head. You know, doing his normal activities. Oh, keep it PG, of course. Keep it PG. But anyway, guys, we're going to do this map, etc. This is the April edition. We're going to do May, then June, July, August, September, October, then our final prediction. Unless somehow Andrew Cuomo takes Biden's position, which I highly doubt it will since Cuomo doesn't want to run for president, or at least this time around. So let's, fill out the safe states. Washington safe, California, Hawaii. What are you barking at? Sorry. She's giving me lip. Just fill out these states that we can guarantee Biden's going to win. There's no problem in Rhode Island anymore. Chaffee's dropped out. And the map is moving, which is bothering me. Alas, Trump's going to have more safe states because, smaller states, with less electoral votes are going to go for Republicans. That's how it's always been, since the Great Party Divide back in 1970-something. And yes, I am spitballing because I honestly don't know. These animals are just ripping my shoes apart. Okay, guys, so we're going to start from the left to the right of the country because I'm weird. So, Oregon, that's going to go to Biden, likely. It is trending super red, and I think if Trump decides to hit the suburbs of Oregon, I think he can get it from that. Ow! Sorry, I just got bit in the toes. It would go from safe to likely for, Democrats. Nevada, I think that'll be lean. I think it'll be it'll trend to the right of the country this time around, but like by 1 or 2 points, so it won't change anything. It'll still be in the lean column for Biden. Arizona is going to be tilt. These dogs are tearing at my sandals. Stop that. So, Arizona is trending it's turning blue really fast. And the only way I can see this being wrong is if Trump wins it by a safe margin and just like blows everything out of the water for everybody, because like everybody's predicting Arizona being blue soon. So there is that. But Colorado, I would say likely, as well as New Hampshire. I had New Hampshire as tilt a long time ago on my main channel. I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't think New Hampshire will ever get that close in 2020. Texas, likely. I think with the whole Biden want to take guns thing, it's really going to shot himself in the foot in Texas, which looks purple to me, like a purplish red, magenta, probably the wrong color. The Nebraska 2nd District, I see being likely. Iowa, I can see being likely. Biden's got a lot of appeal, but then again, how he did in the primary, I can see Iowa being safe. Minnesota, I can see tilting to Trump. Now, if Biden picks Klobuchar as vice president, I honestly think he can win Minnesota by the likely to lean margins. Especially how far the country's turning red. It could go to Trump big time, which won't shock a lot of people. I think what will shock a lot of people if Trump somehow manages to win a state like Colorado or New Mexico. Like a big shock. Our big shock was how he won Maine's 2nd District, I think. What are you barking? Hold on. What the heck are you barking at? He was behind a bucket. Wisconsin, I think with the whole coronavirus situation, I think that'll stay tilt for right now. But Michigan, I think that'll tilt or lean. It'll be lean to tilt. It'll be close, but I think it'll end up being tilt to Biden. With this whole, we're going through a mini recession right now. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Hold on, let me check. Now this is our market, our GDP right now. As you can see, the GDP. It is we are like free falling right now, but we are on a steady rise right now. It does seem like we're on a rise right now. I think Trump is doing really well. But as of right now, I think Biden would win Michigan. Close. I think Pennsylvania would be the last state called out of any state. But I think Trump would end up winning it by a lesser margin than he did last time, surprisingly. But I think he would win Ohio by likely, excuse me. Now, Biden, I think, is going to be close in Virginia. I think it's going to be lean. It's going to turn red of the country because these Second Amendment sanctuary counties are going to be, doing their best to try to, flip the state, which it's not going to happen. The urban area of Virginia is just way too populated with left-wing wannabe politicians that they're going to vote for Biden. And I think Biden's southern strategy is going to, help in some sort of way. I think North Carolina will be lean. His southern strategy entails, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, and Texas, trying to flip those states. Will he be successful? Probably not. Maybe Georgia if he gets lucky enough, especially with Abrams on the ticket, but I highly doubt it. Speaking of Georgia, I think that'll be lean. It'll most likely be tilt down the road if we see polling in Georgia, closer than it is now. Trump has won this, by the way, and I think he'll win Florida by a lean margin. So, and New Hampshire, I honestly think Biden's going to win that by a tilt margin. He's going to do better than Clinton did, but it's still going to be less than 1%. And I'm missing a state. Why am I missing? Oh yeah, Maine at large. I do think Trump is going to end up taking the state by a lean margin. Trump is just doing so well up in the New England states because his hometown is New York, and I think he is going to trend New York farther red. Hopefully we can see New York flip red in about 16 or 20 years, but who knows. So anyways, this is the final map. Donald Trump wins this election 302 to Joe Biden's 236. Now I'm going to get some hate in the comments with like, Pennsylvania should be blue. Joe Biden lives there. No, he doesn't. He hasn't lived there since he was 5 years old. He's only saying that because it has 20 juicy electoral votes. That's the only reason why he says that. If it only had, 3 electoral votes like Delaware did, he wouldn't care about it. So, anyway, this is the Chaotic One saying peace.